What's up, guys? Chris with HeavyHeadsRecords.com here with another video for you. This time it's a mega haul out of St. Louis, Missouri. Oh yeah, that's right. With our unofficial sponsor, Steve's Hot Dogs. Next time you're up in St. Louis, make sure to grab a dog at Steve's Hot Dogs. Grab a hamburger too. They sell all kinds of stuff. Highly recommended. Open mic comedy on Thursday nights. Let's go ahead and get started in this one with some cassette tapes I found. So I went to a few shops when I was in St. Louis, and I also went to the record show, which I highly recommend. These tapes were procured from various places. Tears for Fears classic, gotta have that one. Blind Melon, gotta have that. These are all on our website too. These are ones that I want to carry at all times. The Pulp Fiction soundtrack, lots of great tracks on that one, of course. The dialogue from the movie in between, really well done. Always love Quentin Tarantino's selections for basically all his movies. Got some early Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've had that on vinyl before. It's really hard to find. Glad to pick it up on cassette. Of course, Alice in Chains, Sap. Another hard one to find. We've got Dirt on the website right now, and I believe we've got a couple other Alice in Chains titles on the website right now too. Check those out. Last one on the cassettes, Ice-T, man. Freedom of speech. Just watch what you say. It's still true, isn't it? We won't get into all that stuff, but it's amazing that this came out so long ago, and we could argue about the title of that album for a long time, I'm sure. Let's go over to VHS tapes now. Carlin on Campus. Of course, you guys know I'm a huge comedy fan, so I pick up stuff like this where I go. Interesting thing about Carlin that I heard in an interview is that he was, even though he would sell out huge arenas, he was always he had anxiety that people weren't going to show up, or he wasn't going to be good enough, or all kinds of things. And he was a legend. So it's kind of crazy to think about. Another must-have VHS, Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap. So happy to find that one. Great movie if you've never seen it. Of course, a lot of you have. But man, if you haven't, it's worth a watch for sure. Now we got Better Off Dead, John Cusack. I need my $2. Classic 80s movie. Can't let that one go by, of course. Also Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I have to pick that one up every time I see it because I want to take care of these things. I feel like I'm rescuing them from the wild and getting them to the people who need them. That's my mission. That's my job. Next up, we got The Outsiders. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is an early press. Maybe a first press. I don't know this cover and haven't researched it, but maybe somebody can leave that in the comments. Poltergeist, The Legacy. Yeah, we're going on. I got a good pocket of horror VHS tapes. I know a lot of people are into these days. In fact, I want to make a stop here because I picked this one up. This one I don't have a platform to sell it on. You know, it's too well loved to really put on the website. I don't want to put it on eBay or do anything like that. So how about giving it away? Okay. All you have to do is submit your email address to the link in the description down below under our giveaways tab on HeavyHeadsRecords.com. I'm going to give it till the end of August. We're almost through July, so give it to the end of August. And I'm just going to pick an email address at random. And if you're the winner, I'm going to send it out to you free of charge. I'll let you know via email that you won. I'll let everyone know via social media, Instagram, that there was a winner and post it on there. So if you want a shot at getting this for free, including shipping, I'm paying for everything, just throw your email address in on the giveaways tab that I'll link down in that description. It's so easy, and I'd love to send that out to you. So yeah, let's keep going. The Final Battle, Lizard People. It's crazy. I can't wait to watch it again. It's been a long time. It used to freak me out as a kid. Glad I found that bad boy in the wild too. I'm going to keep going. The Crow on VHS. Is it rewound? Of course not. But I will. I'll rewind it for you if you buy it. I rewind them all. It's I've got a dual rewinder system actually. So we take care of you. It goes with our cassette tapes too. I rewind everything before it gets to you, because if I were to buy something, of course I buy stuff all the time that doesn't come rewound, but the way that I like to receive things is I want to open it up, I want to be able to put it in my player, and I want to listen to it from beginning to end without having to do any work by myself. That's part of why I feel like you guys are paying me to ship them out to you. You want a nice copy of what you want, and you don't want to have to do any work to enjoy it. So that's my philosophy. Next up, Cujo. Love that cover. It's going to be good to have that back in stock on the site. That's where most of these are going to wind up too. So give me a little bit of time, because I get so excited when I get these. I have to show them to you first, and it takes me a minute to actually get them on the site. So, but bookmark the site. There's all kinds of good stuff up there already. Tremors 3. That's going to be priced well on the site as well, so make sure to take advantage of that. Grabbed another one. Like I said, I got super lucky on these guys. Bride of Chucky. Grabbed that one as well. That's going on the site. Of course, all our site stuff is going to be what I would consider VG plus or better. It's all going to play. There's not going to be any mold on your tapes, anything like that. We do check everything, and like I said, I send them out rewound too. Here we go. We got Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Freddy's showing his face right here in this video. Always good to pick up some Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy stuff. Of course, Freddy's Dead. Got that one too. That's going to go on the site. 3 more on VHS. I think you guys will like these. This one was cool. I found a sealed copy of Candyman. This is Farewell to the Flesh. Sealed. It's got the MCA watermark on there, so you know it was sealed by the company. That's nice to find too in the wild. You know that's not a reseal. So very useful when you're reselling things and want to prove that it came that way from the original manufacturer. The same with the Omen 3 Final Conflict that I picked up. Now, you'll notice that there's no watermark on the bottom, but you've got, this is an indicator that it's never been opened, and then also you've got the 20th Century Fox watermarks on the back of the cellophane. So you know that that is also sealed by the manufacturer. And what's crazy, some of you guys may not know this either, but people are starting to get VHS tapes graded. So, you know, they've been grading baseball cards for a long time. They grade vinyl records now. Now you can get your sealed VHSs graded. You can probably get unsealed VHSs graded. I mean, it's crazy, but they're going to slab them up. They do the same thing with video games, comic books. We're making these into literal artifacts. I mean, they already are, but, you know, sealed artifacts, pristine specimens to carry on into the future, which is pretty cool. So this movie right here is a personal favorite. You know, I got it from the video store in a small town of 2000 when I was a kid. Me and my little brother, you know, who's no longer with us, we used to quote this movie to each other. It's a special one to me. Yeah, here we go. It's The Mack with Max Julien and Richard Pryor. It is a movie about a pimp. But it's a good movie. It's a very good movie, guys. It's from an era where they were doing a lot of films like this. You know, it's actually been sampled on a lot of hip hop albums. I think Snoop Dogg took a lot of samples from this movie. Also, later on, I saw this just happenstance when it came out, but later on, there's a movie called How to Be a Player. And Max Julien actually has a cameo role in that movie as the guy's uncle. So really, really cool. And I was glad to pick it up, like I said. And yeah, always loved that movie. I suggest you watch it. Also, it's referenced in one of my favorite movies of all time, which would be True Romance, written by Quentin Tarantino. The lead character in that movie, Clarence Worley, goes to rescue his newly found love from a pimp, and that pimp is actually watching the Mac on TV. He tries to distract Clarence Worley with that, and Clarence says, "Hey, I've seen this movie a bunch." It's just, I don't know. There's a lot of different references in culture to that movie. We're going to move on to some Laserdiscs now. Picked up a few of those in St. Louis. Thought they were pretty cool. Home Alone was one I grabbed. I was lucky to find that one. Of course, an all-time classic. Anybody's going to want that in their collection, as well as Top Gun. Got to have that bad boy in the collection too. And another Tarantino pop-up here, Reservoir Dogs. Gosh, great movie, belongs in every collection. Grab it on Laserdisc, heavyheadsrecords.com. How about this one? We got Total Recall, little sci-fi flick. I think that's a good standard record to have in any collection as well. And we're going to get on to some horror stuff that I found. Aliens. Aliens on Laserdisc. You need to own that one too, of course. That is an all-time classic. I believe this is a double. So, great movie. Got a couple more for you on Laserdisc. Alien 3. So I'm missing Alien 2, unfortunately, but still got that one. And last but not least, for my Laserdisc haul, Tremors. Yeah, Kevin Bacon and a whole lot of other ones. Check that one out on heavyheadsrecords.com. And now let's get to what made us famous. That's right, vinyl records. We got the California Raisins. Love finding this one in the wild. They were a big part of my childhood, of course, on Saturday morning cartoons, etc., commercials, all kinds of stuff. My cereal had a mascot back then. How about this one? Super clean copy of this one going on the site. That's a Halloween standard for you, of course. So is this one. Absolutely. Ray Parker Jr., Chartbusters, Ghostbusters is on here. So make sure to check that out. Okay, we're going to move on to some 12 inches. I just did a gig over at an all vinyl gig over at the Treehouse Lounge near Springfield, Missouri, out in Nixa. And I picked these up for my next gig out there. Of course, this is some dorm room Rick Rubin type stuff right here for you on this this old label. And I've got another one, I think, to compare it with. Nope, I lied. But you know the early Def Jam stuff by this label instead of the later black label. So always be looking for those. And got some P-Funk as well. Gonna throw that in my next set at the Treehouse, all vinyl set. And then I picked these up too from a recommendation from another DJ. I grabbed doubles of the Midwest Avengers. So this was done around the St. Louis area. And yeah, like I said, 2 of them. I'm going to be throwing those on my next set as well. And I'm looking forward to spinning those, bringing those back to life, especially down in another part of Missouri. Also found a really good copy of Soul Sonic Force Planet Rock, so that's always going to go over good for an all vinyl set. It's got an instrumental, so if I want to throw an acapella over it, I can do that too. Got some Fat Boys here too with an OG cover. Love finding stuff like that. And yeah, it's going to make a good addition to my crates. And now, here's a little interesting segment I thought would be fun. When I'm out at these record shows, you know, I'll be looking, and I like to find certain things on a hunch. that maybe carry more value than the seller knows. Of course, I don't know either, so I just look at it, and according to certain clues, I'll buy it in a bargain bin and see if I'm right or wrong. So this time we're going to do that together. Of course, this one I had a hunch about. Southern Scene, Dave Brubeck Quartet. I don't know, I just thought, I don't think I've seen this album cover. I know Dave Brubeck, a lot of people love Dave Brubeck. So I'm interested to see what the value is. Let's check the value right now and see how well I did on this bargain bin record. Next up, Lo Me Do. This one, obviously you can tell is pretty interesting. It certainly looks like it's an oddball. It's on a different record label. It's Pig's Ear is the record label. It's the second release on Pig's Ear record label. It's also an import, so it's out of Germany. So it's got a glossy sleeve. I like that. I found it in the bargain bin. This has got all the markings of something that could potentially have some value. Let's see. Well, it goes to show you, you just never know, but it is fun. You know, no matter if you come out high or low, you're placing a small bet, and guess what? Worst case, you get to listen to a new record and decide if you like it. You might love that record and decide to keep it in your personal collection forever, and you only paid, a couple bucks for it. That's really what this is about, guys. It's about finding new music that you love. For me, it's about finding new music that I love without relying on algorithms, relying on, the physical world, relying on the recommendation of other DJs, other people, other fans of music. And I know we all still do that, but let's not ever stop, okay? Make sure to hit that link in the description to qualify to win that copy of Halloween 4 on VHS. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you next time.